is a coordinated monthly test of the tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system. It would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
These are looking done.
Why? Alright, now that I'm finally on my break, I'm gonna include this since it's activated already. HD1, HD2, and HD3, along with its translators. So, yeah, this is a bit early for Missoula. Probably the earliest I've seen, so, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know they were testing today until I got this. So, yeah.
And the bride now is going to answer, and she's going to answer their skepticism. You think that they fooled her all, and that somehow or another she's going to tone it down. You're wrong. Will you notice what she says? My beloved is white and ruddy, the chiefest among 10,000. His head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. His eyes are as the eyes of doves by the rivers of waters, washed with milk and fitly set. His cheeks are as a bed of spices, as sweet flowers. His lips like lilies, dropping sweet-smelling myrrh. His hands are as gold rings set with the beryl.
Oh, we're playing the message again, just like I said.
Test of the South Central Idaho Emergency Alert System. In the event of an emergency, this system would bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
What? No, it's just a test.
One, and now she waxes eloquent concerning
What? No, it's a different area this time.
And larger. And as large as you can. Now reverse it.
We see the one Holy Catholic Apostolic Church, but that's not the way the one Holy Catholic Apostolic Church viewed him. He was in fact excommunicated by Pope Leo X in 1520.
I believe that is them.
So it's the beginning of Lutheranism. Now,
Yep, that's them.
there was a theologian in Switzerland named Ulrich Zwingli who was coming to some similar conclusions to Luther, but also differences from Luther. He began his own reformist movement in Zurich. And eventually, that tradition, the tradition of Zwingli, came to be known as the Reformed tradition as opposed to the Lutheran tradition. And a generation after Luther, after Zwingli, born in 1509, there was a young man named John Calvin, who was a Frenchman, who immigrated to the city of Geneva, Switzerland, and basically became
Get enough fiber.
This is a test of the emergency alert system for the inland Northwest region. In the event of a national emergency, broadcasters will be bringing you important public safety information. The following tones conclude this test.
And that's KSPS. They just did it. I think KQNT has a 5-minute or 15-minute delay rather.
Incredibly data driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how
me see if any other stations have delays.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeart.
Bus 1510.
For the Inland Northwest region, in the event of an actual we bring you important public safety information. The following tones conclude this test.
This station is testing the Connecticut Statewide Emergency Alert System, a system that can quickly warn in the event of an emergency is being tested. If this had been an Amber Alert, evacuation, or other emergency, an official message would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test. Brought to you by the Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection.
You know, I will never get how that thing always...
lanes to have very heavy traffic, backed up all the way to Interstate 280 on 101 northbound. If you're just trying to get into the downtown area of San Francisco, you may want to consider taking 280, but you will come up on slow traffic right around Mariposa Street, and then from there to the 6th and King Street exit. That is just solid. Once on City Streets, it looks pretty good. Your next traffic update at 10:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Our weather forecast still pretty socked in with this cloud cover, hoping for a little bit of sunshine later on this afternoon. It will be breezy today as well. Highs will range from the mid to upper 50s along the coast to the upper 50s to low 60s elsewhere. Tomorrow through Sunday, we'll see a change in the weather forecast. Sunnier, drier, and by midweek, temperatures will be in the upper 60s tomorrow, moving into the 70s by Thursday and Friday. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. And this is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Yeah, Phil, you're talking about the latest book, The War on Children. And you're right, it's been percolating in
Been an actual emergency, you would have received timely emergency.
Priorities number one is a given for us.
Call 925-322-7775 now.
Receive timely emergency information. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Native session is Tony's Pizza in the North Beach. The best I've ever had, and I'm not alone there. Just so we could quote F the Giants. French coat. He went there because that was the most guaranteed money and a much better situation. Oh, and a teeny. Have you tried it? One of my all-time favorites.
is KTVU. Now to where'd you go? PBAX. Focus. I didn't realize they relayed this early, so I might as well just count the scroll anyway. So yeah.
The preceding signal was a test of the weather radio station West XL25's public warning system. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated by the signal to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of the signal and receiver's performance are normally conducted by the National Weather Service between 11 a.m. and noon each This is the National Weather Service office in Missoula. The preceding signal was a test, and especially the warning alarms, will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in good working order. To provide the most consistent and dependable warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following counties: Missoula, Lake and Ravalli. This has been a test of the NOAA weather radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. Distances from the transmitter can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in good working order. To provide the most consistent and dependable warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following counties: Flathead, Lake and Lincoln. This has been a test of the NOAA weather radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. For the official National Weather Service forecast for Kalispell and vicinity today.
Yellowstone Public Radio is KEMC Billings.
Okay, why did that first header almost sound like a fucking gray box? I'm kind of confused on that one. So, yeah.
Of Geneva. It's not one of the great Reformation catechisms.
This is a monthly coordinated test of the broadcast stations and cable systems in your area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, such as severe weather, earthquake, or evacuation, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This station serves the Utah This is a monthly coordinated test of the broadcast stations and cable systems in your area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested.
1010. Clicking on this.
Test of the broadcast stations and cable systems in your area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergency.
443-7400. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Blood circulation. Sunny Bay heating pads have always been made in the USA and hand-built
SLFM.
with the highest quality material. Sunny Bay heating pads are the perfect.
This is a
Also become the object of political distrust, people explain. Also, some say the old department store may be going as a dinosaur, but there are ways they can hide in the Amazon age. And the ugly records we continue setting with our credit card. Thursday on This Morning on America.
This concludes the test of the emergency alert.
KGGM. Let's see, we got 1160, 820, 1480, 1010.
How we help kids beat cancer all over the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at c2.org. Do you ever lose your balance or feel
So yeah, we'll see if any other ones would relay.
Nonpartisan way, partially because both candidates feel that.
Oh, hold up. No.
Legacy, when you're sitting there.
It's one way.
Hilton, Ulta, Colgate, Palmolive, and Bitcoin with a fresh all-time high. It pushed through 73,000.
Summer cap space around here I find to be a little bit overrated. Danny Ainge has talked about that when it comes to outright signing a player, but
There goes KZNS. Nope. Okay, can you fucking not? Oh, KNRS is also going. Anyone else?
87 points. The NASDAQ dropped 87. The S&P lower by.
This station search operational area. This concludes the test of the emergencies being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, such as severe weather, earthquake, or evacuation, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This station serves the Utah operational area. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Showers will linger today with cold temperatures, highs in the low 40s.
Area. Equipment that can quickly warn you.
KMES.
Is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, such as severe weather, earthquake, or evacuation, the alert tone. This station serves the Utah operational area. This concludes the federal
or state constitution would have been violated. Win for Frost. Marca 773
This is Utah's host, 94.5 FM. And if this had been an actual emergency, such as severe weather, earthquake, or evacuation, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This station serves the Utah operational area. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Have an adventure.
Included when you buy an extended silver unlimited plan. So you can give your janky poquito pulmón. Mira, aquí nos tapamos los oídos para que pues no reviente así. 192 Mountain. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.